Maybe you're hurted by the ones who you love the most. Or maybe something happened to you which is not exactly supposed to happen. So these all situations and traumas can later get into fear and results in anxiety, stress and depression and kind of things and all. I'm starting this video by just saying a famous quote. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers the fear. Fear always have two meanings. Forget the past and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is always yours. Most of the people actually choose the first one. That first option. And what happens is that they're actually haunted by that fear for the rest of their lives. If you're afraid of something, you don't have a choice but to overcome it. The fears that we don't face today become our limitation tomorrow. That's what happens. So how to overcome fear? Not that much easy, but the only way is by facing it. So everyone's experience and the situations they have been through is not same. The traumas they had can be the reason for their fear, and it's actually different from person to person. And for the most of the people, it can be their childhood traumas, maybe because of their toxic parenting. Getting beaten every day, closing you inside your house, inside a room in a four wall, threatening for you having a small mistake can plant a seed of fear inside you which can later become into a trauma. Maybe you're hurted by the ones who you love the most. Or maybe something happened to you which is not exactly supposed to happen. So these all situations and traumas can later get into fear and results in anxiety, stress and depression and kind of things and all. So the question is, so how to overcome fear? As I told earlier, you can only overcome that by doing it. So don't stress out, don't get depressed, don't put that anxiety in your head. I will make it easy for you. We have a way. Take down a paper and write all the fear you have, from your smallest to biggest, every kind of fear you have. Let A be the one you fear the less, and B be the one you fear more than A. Just like that. The last fear of you should be that fear you fear the most. Arrange them according to that. So from the very next day, you decide to face your smallest fear, which is A. And after overcoming it, after winning success in it, you go for the next, which is B. To the people who have been through extreme traumas, I want to tell you something. Please don't try to do what you fear the most at first. I'm talking to people who have been through extreme traumas. If you're going to a gym, you can't lift a very heavy weight at the first day. But being consistent and by devoting yourself completely into that, you can lift it afterwards. This thing also works like that. The more you try to do, the more you try to overcome your fear, the more stronger you are. Imagine a person is afraid of a dog of his own house. The more he don't allow himself to go near the dog, the more the fear controls him. And later, day by day, the fear inside him will increase. Just look into your life where you have abandoned most of the beautiful things what you wanted to do. A part of you wanted to do that, but a part of you is not allowing you to do that because you're afraid of that thing. It's because the fear inside you is not letting you to do that. You saw that picture, right? And that chains on that neck, that's fear. That's how fear makes you a slave, and that's how fear controls you. And when fear starts to control you, boom, you are actually half dead. Try to be a person who's not controlled by fear. And the only kind of fear that you should have is about your dreams. Am I following my dreams? Am I working on that? Am I being consistent? That's the kind of fear you should have, because that's the fear that only matters. But in some people, they don't have time to plan and overcome these kind of fears. They don't even have that kind of thing called fear inside them. In front of those people, even fear is actually afraid of them, because they have been crushed, beaten, pushed and dragged through every kind of pains. When you push a man through everything he's afraid of, you create a monster who has nothing to fear anymore.